Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final Smash Brothers series that we're having or Smash Brothers Ultimate series that we're going to have on the channel for at least for a while, because there's no more characters to talk about after today, unfortunately. But my name is Mitch, and joining me this afternoon is Jason from Big Dad Games.
What's up?
And Jonathan Bly.
How's it going?
It's going great. I feel like this past week there's been a lot of celebration within the Smash Brothers community regarding the last character that was announced, which we'll get into in a second. But before we do that, I want to just take a second and catch up with you guys and see how things are going. There has not been quite the gap in between episodes like there has been previously, but there has been some time, so I just want to catch up and see how you guys are doing. So, Jason, you want to just let everybody know how things have been going?
Yeah, so the Tuesday night weeklies have been continuing through, I guess, I want to say we started this back in May. Consistently back in May. Gosh, maybe even April. And that has been trucking on through the summer and through now. Really grateful we were able to partner with Trolley. Yes, that Trolley, the gummy worm company. Should I do this whole spiel right now, Mitch?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm dadding over here. We partnered with Trolley, the gummy worm company, and they usually pop-up ads on websites are dumb. This was not a dumb pop-up ad because Trolley had partnered with Challenge to in turn partner with local TOs. So I filled out the application to see if I could be an official TO for League Trolley, and I was approved, and so that launched the very first Tuesday of September, and the month of September was a lot busier for Big Dad Games because of it. We were able to go all 4 weeks, and because League Trolley added $100 pot bonus to every tournament, we were able to attract a few more of the heavier players in our region that consistently win at some of the other locals that are usually a little bit bigger than ours in Murfreesboro and also in Hendersonville. But as of now, we're trekking along a lot bigger. It was really cool for me on an operational angle. This past Tuesday, I didn't go to my own local, even though it's kind of mine, but one of the players ran it, and that was such a tremendous blessing for it. I let, obviously, he kept the venue fee, and he ran it, and I got to chill, and it was really awesome. So that's the kind of growth that I'm very much interested in the future.
This is phenomenal. I didn't know about any of that. Oh my God. I'm so glad to hear you got a sponsorship, you got a partnership, and you got someone else to help you run tournaments. Dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you, man.
Thank you. The non-silver lining is that for the month of September, Trolley was passing out $500 per game. So they did it for Smash Bros, Rocket League, Fortnite, and Apex Legends. So I'm just doing it for the one that is my jam all the time, Smash Brothers, of course. And so I did not win the prize for having most participants for Smash Bros in the month of September. Some of these other TOs are TOs on college campuses, so you can imagine. It sounds like I'm making excuses, which I probably am. I just need to get my hustle on.
Yo, My little brother, when he was going to college regularly before COVID, he was telling me about the Smash Bros. Tournaments that he would go to on his campus. And he was saying it was like 50, 60 people all playing Smash and stuff. It's like, that's hard to compete with, but also it sounds like there's an interest there, you know? Like maybe there could be a little transition. These audiences don't have to be exclusive, you know?
Right.
That's true. Yeah. Unfortunately, the college crowd in Portland, Tennessee is severely lacking.
Hey, you can get some people from Western down there. I mean, that's what I live out in Portland, but I also go to Western, you know, so I mean.
Yeah, and we do, and thankfully, actually, let's see, what time is it right now? Actually, right now, it's 5:30 as we're recording this. Bowling Green's Weekly just started right this very minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know that some of my guys are up there.
Cool.
Definitely
Jonathan,
cool.
How have things been going for you, man?
Things have been going pretty swell. You know, it's in the distribution side of the world, we're getting ready. We just got done with the back to school. We're getting ready for holiday seasons already. We're starting to hire up, so things have been busy with work. But as far as like hobbies and gaming goes, I am still just playing a lot of fighting games. A lot of Guilty Gear Strive. Been playing Melty Blood a little bit, but I've actually recently started playing Smash again, so it's all been fun. Yeah.
Heck yeah. That's what I like to hear.
Absolutely. I try to play it. I've tried to play it fairly, not too frequently, but this past week I've played it every night. So hopefully I can keep my friends interested, because online isn't necessarily a region I'm trying to break into, you know.
Right.
But yeah, things have been good, man. Things have been good.
That's awesome.
And you want to tell us, how about you, Meech?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to kind of echo what you've been saying is about, like, instead of distribution, it's retail, because we got out of back to school and now we're gearing up for holidays. We started getting Christmas trees in almost 2 months ago, so that tells you kind of where we're at with getting things ready for the holidays. And on the gaming side, I don't have the most time in the world to game because of school and work and everything, and I've been prioritizing content creation over that, so it has been a lot more content popping up on the channel, as far as like gameplay videos and trying out like getting previews to try out games early. It's not as cool as getting a trolley sponsorship, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people can get these game previews, but it was nice to get to try to play like Halo Infinite early, and Back 4 Blood, got to play that one early. And then started doing game reviews. So did one for Skyward Sword HD, WarioWare, and then I did one for Deathloop, and the Deathloop review was probably my favorite, because I don't play those types of games, and have a game I don't play that often to really suck me into it and get me immersed into a story I know nothing about. It was really nice, but also kind of like you, I kind of fell off of Smash. But it's, you know, anytime there's a new character that comes out, I immediately just jump back into it. Like I gotta get good at the game again, or get decent at the game, at least. Just trying to get ready for it. So that being said, I guess we will go ahead and jump into the new character. So there was a Sakurai Presents I believe it was last Tuesday now. I forgot, it's coming up on a week since that happened, I guess. No, it's not. Anyway, there's Sakurai Presents that happened. And the big thing was it was a celebration of Smash Bros. Ultimate and the series as a whole. So a lot of reflecting back, looking at like statistics for like how many hours people have spent playing the game, how many matches have been done, the total number of like KOs in the game. But it also gave us the Final Fighter, which I believe it got leaked, but a lot of people didn't want to believe it. And it was probably, I don't think there's a better way they could have ended the Fighters Pass or Smash Brothers as a whole. And that character was Sora from Kingdom Hearts. And I'll be honest, Sora wasn't a character that I was invested in whatsoever. I had never played a Kingdom Hearts game in my life, but seeing the trailer and seeing how everything played out, it totally made sense. So, Jason, I want to start with you. Were you able to watch the direct as it was happening? Did you get to see in real time who this character was, or did you have to like avoid the internet and figure out who it was later? Like, give me the rundown about how it was figuring out that Sora was the last character.
So we were all getting geared up for it the night before on our Discord, and I was like, "Hey guys, make sure you wake up by 9 because, I interact with a lot of students because I teach high school, and then there's a lot of student players on the Discord. So we were all Sumner County. We're on fall break this week, so we all, we're on vacation. We're gonna sleep in until 11, 12, 1, whatever." I definitely woke up early to be surprised, and I think I knew Sora was a possibility, but I hadn't seen any of the leaks for that. So I truly was surprised. There was a few times, and I saw some tweets about it, but there was throughout even the video, there was Sakurai or whoever was the director of that the short that introduced Sora. It seemed like there was hints of all kinds of people, and there was even a part early on when there was some singing in the trailer, and I was like, oh, is it like Master Chief? Is that like the Halo music? But then of course it was Sora, and I've talked with enough Kingdom Hearts fans, which I'm not one. I respect it, but I haven't ever gotten into it to know that this is Sora. And I was really happy and totally clean, surprised. I could talk about others where I wasn't as much, but yeah.
I thought it was interesting. There were people, because the way that they presented the trailer, it made it look like there was a fire that everyone thought that it was going to be like a Dark Souls character because of like the bonfires and stuff. So I thought that was pretty interesting that was a take that people went with it. But what about you, Jonathan? How are you feeling about Sora being the final character?
I honestly, it makes so much sense to me. Like people wanted people like Dante, Master Chief, Doom Guy, all these people, and they all make sense. They would all make sense to be in Smash due to them being colossuses in their genres and whatnot. But Sora feels like a character that as soon as like Melee, around the Melee, maybe Brawl is a better time frame. Whenever Brawl came out, it felt like, now, and this is just my bubble, but it just seemed like Sora would be the perfect fit because we saw that Sonic and Snake could be in Smash and that you could have these third-party characters. It's like, man, Sora just makes sense. His moveset and like it makes itself. Kingdom Hearts probably the biggest JRPG at the time. Not the biggest, Final Fantasy 7 and 8, but it was one of the biggest. It introduced RPGs to a new audience, a younger audience. It just seemed to make sense. So while in 2021, I am not nearly as excited as I would have been at the age of 14, 13, 15, I still think that this is such a great way to close out the additional characters. They did what was said couldn't be done. Right.
Like, I mean, on the surface, like, I mean, if you think about this, how much effort and time and negotiations just had to go into, even though, like, there's not a single, like, drop of Disney anywhere in this other than, like, the keychain on the Keyblade. Like, there's no Disney in this whatsoever. But I'm sure that there was, licensing hell to go through to be able to pull off a character like Sora.
Yeah.
It's undoubtable. It is, especially with how even Square Enix have been fairly a little bit, I don't want to say greedy, but they've been very conservative about what they hand over to be used in Smash. Like Cloud only having the one render, and that's it, no other artwork, and I think he had like 2 songs or something when Cloud was added in. So seeing how like protective they are of their properties, and now you mix their properties and Disney's properties. Like it's both. Like I can't imagine what type of negotiations had to go through, but so it's worth it.
Yeah, man, we all came out as winners in the end of it. Like, but I get what you're saying, because like if you think about it, like Cloud was like never in any trailers or anything. It's Smash related up until Sephiroth, and then that was the first time Sephiroth was in a trailer, or Cloud was in a trailer, and then he started being in several trailers, and it was like, okay, so they kind of they loosened the leash a little bit on Cloud, which was interesting. So I will say though that Sora kind of is a little bit different than the rest of the characters though, because if you look back, especially at this Fighter's Pass, every single character in here has had some kind of weird gimmick to him, I guess. Like if you think about like Min Min, or she can, control both of the arms separately, or Steve, any of them really. When you get to Sora, I mean, yeah, he can jump, but like that's pretty much it. So he's actually kind of like more of a basic character, I would say. Do you think that's going to make it him more? He's going to be easier to learn, and a lot of people are going to be picking him up and playing him, compared to like somebody like, I mean, we know Jonathan he's a Kazuya main because he plays Tekken outside of Smash Brothers. But like, do you think that you'll see more people playing Sora just because he's a lot easier to learn than someone like Kazuya?
I 100% think so. But you say he's not a gimmick character. I think being able to auto combo aerials is a pretty good gimmick, as well as the levels of mobility or aerial mobility that Sora has. While his up B, he spins his Keyblade, his down B, he reflects or parries. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. I think there's a lot around his kit though that would. I'd say his kit is definitely a DLC kit. Maybe not gimmicky, but I might say gimmicky, actually. Thinking about that aerial hit again. I get it's got me sweating, dude.
So, Jonathan, whenever you see him flying through the air, do you get Smash 4 Bayonetta flashbacks?
I was waiting for the opportunity to say it. As soon as Sakurai was showing he was showing something with the up B or how Sora could do combos, and he kind of gave it that little introduction what that side B looked like. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, not this. You're gonna add the coolest character, and you're gonna make me hate him. You're gonna make me absolutely hate him. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe they learned, right? Maybe.
Jason, I was kind of looking through the Discord right after the reveal, and I mean, it seemed like everyone in there kind of had like, I mean, no one was in there hating on him, but it seemed like there was a lot of mixed impressions about him as a character, and like, thinking people obviously like, well, I wish somebody else would have gotten picked instead. But have you heard anything from people being excited to play with him that I may have missed?
Particularly Dinkle. Did you see Dinkle's reaction to it?
I didn't. I'm gonna try to pull it up while you're talking.
Well, actually, and you can, if you follow him on Twitter, he had a lot more to say about it that day, because the tournament that night is the one that I missed. But he was oh nice. He was there, and it was just kind of a very magical day for him. Hold on a second. See if I can find what he said, but he really captured, I feel like, the heart of what was possible for anybody to have captured. Just because, hold on a second. Let's see here.
I mean, I totally get that, because I feel like his reaction was probably the same way I was whenever they announced Banjo-Kazooie as a character, because I was hollering when they announced Banjo.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it takes a lot to make me like stand up and start hopping around like I'm 4 years old. Like, so I mean, to someone who maybe this is Dinkle, but like he grew up playing Kingdom Hearts, and characters like Sora are like, people when he looks back at his childhood, some of his childhood memories are, Sora. I could definitely see that because that's how I was with Banjo, getting him in there. But I hope.
Yeah, that's exactly the comparison. This is his person, like, very, very much.
Well, I definitely hope that he is, especially once he's out, which he comes out on October 18th, that anyone who is upset that he is the final character will at least show some appreciation to the Smash team for this last character, and hopefully we'll enjoy playing with him. Like, even characters like I didn't want, like Steve. I didn't want Steve. I love playing with Steve. I'll admit it. And I was listening to the last one of these we did earlier today when I was on lunch. And I did want to quickly point out the characters that you guys had picked, or I guess the three of us had picked.
Let's go.
For the final thing. And Jonathan, yours was Fortnite Jonesy.
Yep. Still wish I got Fortnite Jonesy, and I don't even play that game. I wish you were in.
Yeah. Jason, yours was Master Chief, and mine was Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah.
I think you were like, I don't really have an opinion, but people that I'm around were saying that they like Chief, and that's kind of where your opinion came from on who should get in. And honestly, like I wanted Crash. Crash is in my head is a PlayStation rep. In my head, Sora is also a PlayStation rep. So in a way, it kind of worked itself out, and I think for the better for that. But overall, like I want to talk this as Smash Bros. In general, like as the Smash Bros. Ultimate in general. I think it's fair to say that you both are fairly content, if not happy, with how the entire DLC seasons ran. Like, nothing truly disappointing. Am I fair to say that?
Absolutely. I think the DLC characters they released, they obviously everyone is going to have characters that they'd rather swap in and out. But if you look at the representation we have, fighting game fans have something to be happy about. Platforming fans have something to be happy about. JRPG fans, they ran away with the show.
They ate good.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, Joker, Hero. If you want to count Byleth, that's kind of there. Sephiroth, and now Sora. It's like,
and Pyramithra.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I don't know how I forgot. But yeah, I think this is really, really good. The only genre that got left out, and maybe rightfully so, is the first-person shooter genre.
Now hold up, we got Doomslayer Mii costume.
Yeah, we did. That's true.
I honestly thought that when I saw the Doom Mii costume, I was like, wait a minute. If they're putting him as a DLC costume, I was like, I had that split second thought, like, oh my god, it is Master Chief. I was about to lose my mind. I was like, there is no way that every notable IP that Microsoft owns, like other than like Marcus from Gears of War, there's no way they're about to put every other major notable character from Microsoft in a fighting game by Nintendo. There's no way. But anyway, just looking back, like at some of the statistics, if I'm remembering correctly, there was 11 billion in-person matches done, 7.8 billion online matches, reluctantly, because everybody hates Smash 4 or Smash Ultimate Wi-Fi. And then 90 billion KOs. And if you told me that they all came out of Big Day Games tournaments, I'd believe it, because everybody there goes hard. So.
Hey, I'm about a tenth of those. About 10% of them KOs.
There you go.
Yeah. So, is there a particular? I mean, I know mine's like Banjo, and it may not be a character reveal. It could be like just the launch of the game or anything. Is there a particular memory about Smash Ultimate that you kind of look back on as like this is one of my favorite fighting games, or one of my favorite games, or however you interpret Smash, like, is there a moment where you kind of go like, this is the best game in this series or something? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like,
the thing, like the standout, the high points of the series for us.
Yeah.
So for me, Smash Ultimate was announced at a time where I was moving into an apartment with one of my friends, and the initial just teaser of this Splatoon character seeing the Smash emblem in their eye, that was really, really, like, that got me excited. I was wrong, but I decided that I was going to be good at the game. Whenever I saw it, it's like, oh my god, I'm going to play this game, I'm going to grind the heck out of it, I'm going to play it every day, I'm going to become a good fighting game player. And while not all those dreams came true, it was still just like, it was hype, man. It was exciting. And another one that parallels it, maybe almost exactly, maybe not as, it might be even more hype, was the Everyone Is Here trailer. That trailer, was that during an E3, or was it just?
Yeah,
okay,
that was E3.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
The Everyone Is Here trailer was so good, and it's hard not to think about, the Etika reaction to it. But I can't think about Everyone Is Here without thinking of, the snake, and it was like, everything is so good. It's definitely the high points of the series for me.
That trailer, you can find tons of videos on YouTube, but it's like everyone's like, okay, yeah, this is kind of cool. Like, they showed off, like, I think before they revealed that it was the Everyone Is Here thing. Like, they showed off, like, I think just Inkling and Ice Climbers at that point, maybe Lucina. And then it cuts to Cloud, and then it comes up with Snake, and then everyone on the internet collectively lost their mind at the same time. Because it was like, oh yeah, okay, so wait, Snake's back, and then you see people like immediately cuts to like Pichu, and then that's when it really kicks in that, like, holy crap, everybody is back.
Such a good moment. Such a good moment for the series, man.
No doubt.
Yeah. Jason, any particular memories for you?
Well, I mean, yeah, so many. Like, without it, I wouldn't have met you guys, right? And a whole lot of cool people. Certainly, when that trailer dropped in March of 2018, we were on a field trip to Washington D.C., and my son was actually in the bus, and just like the hype, you could imagine all these 8th grade boys. I love that Sakurai talked about, like, middle school, high school. He's like, in these 3.5 years, you could have gone from middle school to high school. And I'm like, wiping a tear from my eye as he's talking. I was like, my son did.
Yeah, that one hit close to home for me.
Yeah, very much. And then just the insane hype around hosting my first in-person tournament in January of 2019. I did not know this world existed. Like, did not know. Like, it's, that first month was cringy in a lot of ways, but it was perfect in a lot of ways, because I never knew. I never knew that there was this much organization and this much discipline. It's just like anybody that rules at a game in their living room with their family and their close friends, and then goes to an in-person tournament for the first time, and just realize, oh, the world is bigger than I thought, Yeah, it's just...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to drop, sorry. I was just agreeing with you.
No. Well, I think you kind of both hit on it. Like, I especially love looking back, like, that first tournament, because
you both were there.
Jonathan, you were there, right?
Absolutely. I was watching. I was a big fan of your Ganondorf, dude. I was like, all right, I want to see how this Ganondorf player plays. I'm going to be the best Ganondorf around here. But yeah.
Hey, that tournament, like when I look back on it, it was funny because that was like one of the tournaments where there was like a ton of people that showed up, like, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, I was stationed at the same TV the entire time, and the first two people I played against were people that had. The first one was like some 6-year-old kid. And I was like, oh man, like I can't just go hard on this kid. Like I gotta like make it look like, whatever. So I let him get 2 stocks on me, and then I just kind of came back from it, which that may not have been the best call. I just reverse 3-0'd the kid. But anyway, and then the second one was this mom that I think you had asked, like, hey, I need one more person on the bracket to make everything even, and this woman that was just sitting down drinking or something was like, I'll play, and I ended up playing against her, and she picked up the controller and she just looked me dead in the eye and said, I don't know what I'm doing. I was like, okay, well,
that's so funny.
But I never admitted that at the time. So the first thing you just see on the screen, it said Ganondorf wins, and I'm over here taking Snapchats. Look at me, I'm going up. Just moving up. And then I finally, after that, got to play people that were like on my level, which I know Sal was there, and a couple of other. And I think I took 3rd in that tournament because the guy that I was fighting for 3rd place with was like, hey, let's do a Ganon ditto. And then we found out who had the better Ganon. And so pretty much how that went down. But I think between the launch where I stayed up all night unlocking all the characters, and that first tournament and the trailer for Banjo, I think were probably like the highlights of the entire, my 3 highlights. I mean, of course, I'm excited for every character because even if I don't like them, I'm excited for the people that are excited. And
I was excited for Byleth. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, I was definitely excited for Byleth.
I'm just trash talking.
Dude, I'm a Byleth guy. Like, I'm a Byleth main. And
the thing is, whenever Byleth came out, I was actually like, oh, I'm gonna main this character. I'm just gonna call it Blaya. Let's go. I look with Byleth. Sorry, I'm not trying to sidetrack, but with Byleth, I would have fallen in love with the character if it had the exact same move set, the exact same weapons, but were a Monster Hunter character. It would have fit so perfectly.
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry.
No, I totally agree. I feel like people would have been more interested in Byleth if she just wasn't a Fire Emblem character. And I get the oversaturation of Fire Emblem characters, but that's Nintendo's call. That's not Sakurai's call. They want to promote their games. I get it. And to an extent, they want to promote the Kingdom Hearts cloud version. So who are they going to put in the game? Sora. So it kind of just worked itself out that way. I don't think that's how they really came to that, but anytime that they have a new game coming out, they want to market it with, if they can, new characters. So, but I think Smash Ultimate is definitely going down. It's probably one of my favorite games of all time. It's with or without the Fighters Pass. Like if they'd said this is the roster and that's it, like cool, whatever. I would have settled without Banjo, or any of these other characters there, to be honest. I guess just real quick, like, where do y'all think that the series goes next? Is there going to be another Smash, or do you think they'll just pull a Mario Kart and start moving the same game over to multiple systems, or are they going to reboot it?
I hope we don't see Smash Ultimate Deluxe. I hope they don't do that. Will there be another Smash Bros? I think so. I mean, they won't do Smash on the next Nintendo console. It'll be something different. I think. We're getting Breath of the Wild too, so why not?
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think there will absolutely be more Smash in the future. Whether that's helmed by Sakurai, who knows? It could turn out that after he goes on like a couple-year vacation, hiatus, retirement, he decides, there's something to this working every day nonstop. I kind of want to go back to it. Yeah, I could definitely see him coming back to helm another game. But the treatment that I hope it gets is just like you guys said. I hope that this game, Ultimate, is ported over to the future Nintendo consoles, and that we have more deluxe editions. And I think it would actually make sense, like, to have some other person be at the head of Smash Bros. For just that remake, that deluxe version or whatever, to see how things go, see how it goes, you know? Give that person the chance to decide if the company wants to use this person to helm the series in the future, or if it was just not good compatibility, whatever, you know. I think it'd be good.
Yeah.
I find myself more or less in the reboot side. Maybe not it's not the next one, but I think in the future, I think Smash eventually is going to get to the point where it's too big, and they're going to want to reboot it. I don't know how they go about that. I don't know how many characters they bring the roster back down to, but like Mario and like the original 12, they've had pretty much the same moveset for 20 years. Like, and I know that at their core, they're those same characters, but they've tried to incorporate newer games into their style, like with Breath of the Wild Link. But I feel like at some point people are going to be like, okay, look, you need to come up with a completely new moveset for this character. Like, don't pull like the Dr. Mario route. Like, okay, well, we made Dr. Mario and he's a little bit different than Mario, but like, no, I want to see like say that they double down on Mario Odyssey and they eventually come out with Mario Odyssey 2. And between those two games, I'm sure that there's enough of a moveset that they can make for a new Mario moveset. And then if you want to keep that same one, like the old one, give it to Luigi or give it to Dr. Mario. Like, if you want to keep that classic stuff but also add new stuff. I think there's potential to do that. I don't know if they ever will, because that's a big gamble. Because if it doesn't work, then obviously the fans are not going to play it. They're going to go back and pull out their CRT televisions and they're going to play Melee 30 years from now. Or
right.
Melee will, as long as there are CRT televisions, people will still be playing Melee over every other Smash game.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
I agree with a lot of the sentiments you said, but I will say, you're talking about giving characters, new movesets like Mario because it's outdated. I think I disagree with that point, just based on like how other fighting games work. Ryu's had the same moveset for how many years? In every game he's in, nearly. I think you could absolutely keep the characters with their movesets, and changing the system mechanics around the character will change that character inherently, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And I was just sitting there thinking about that, and I think Mortal Kombat, at least the newest one, I don't know if you guys have played 11. I think it may be in 10 as well. But they actually have different play styles for those characters. Like, you select the character and then you select what style you want. So you could technically, like, if you wanted to, you want the same experience you have now, just select Mario classic style, or if you want to do like Odyssey style, or stuff like that. They could definitely go in like that kind of route with it if that was something that they were interested in doing too.
That would be cool. That reminds me, they kind of did that with Smash 4, right? Having the custom moves.
Yeah, but that was so busted.
Yeah, but the concept is essentially the same.
Yeah, the concept of it was good.
It just would need an actual like fighting game team making it and balancing it, not whoever did it, Bandai Namco. But no, I take it back. Bandai Namco, their fighting game division 100% could do it. I think it would just need the direction to, hey, let's make all of these things, let's reel it in a little bit. Let's make these where you could play it and not lose because you're not playing it,
Right. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I really don't know what else we could. Any final thoughts on Sora as the final character? Any closing remarks as far as Smash Ultimate in general, or anything else?
I would say, as far as the way that they mapped the DLC characters. I'm really glad that they ended with Sora, because I feel like that's, and I assume that was their vision from the beginning. That they knew that obviously in 2018 they didn't know that the pandemic was coming, but I think they did know even then at release. I assume they knew that they were going to finish the series with Sora, and I love that instead of I'm glad that it did not end with Sephiroth, because having Mario be impaled, I feel like everybody's childhood was rewarded this week instead of like everybody's childhood being horrified or punished.
Yeah, that's the canon ending, is Mario gets impaled and then the series ends. That was it. That's all we got.
Yep, that's it. Curtains, everybody. I really do think that it's really nice that we after all this time, which I guess it's been 6-7 years ago, we finally got confirmation of who won the fighter ballot from Smash 4. I think everyone kind of thought that Bayonetta won because of the way that things planned out, but those characters take so long to develop that I don't think people really understood that, Bayonetta couldn't have been the last character because the ballot ended like a month before she was announced, if I'm remembering that correctly. So there's no way that she could have won the ballot, but they're like, yeah, she's pretty popular in Europe, but they never said like where everyone else is popular. And then other news outlets or media websites and everything had ran their own polls to see kind of gauge where people had been voting. And Sora won. Sora won, I think, except for he was number 2 in Japan and number 1 in the US and Europe. But number 1 for Japan was, I think his name's Lloyd. I don't know what series.
Oh yeah,
he's from.
Lloyd from isn't that from Golden Sun?
No, that's I know. I mean, he may be. I don't think it's.
I'm probably misremembering it too. No, that's Isaac. I'm thinking of
Lloyd.
Isaac.
It's Lloyd Irving, I think is his name. Trying to figure out what he's from. Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, a Tails character. Oh, that would have been weird. It would have made sense for Japan. But I don't know. That's crazy to think that. I didn't realize Tails was that popular in the East.
I guess so. But yeah, it's pretty fair to say that Sora was widely recognized as the number 1 vote, which is kind of funny because even if people will fight you tooth and nail saying that his weapon is not a sword, it's a keyblade. But he plays like a sword fighter, and it's funny that the number 1 character is an anime sword fighter because all they do is complain about how there's too many anime sword fighters in Smash Brothers. And look what you did.
Dude, Sora in Smash was the only reason that I ever posted on GameFAQs. I think I have one post on GameFAQs or some website like that of like character suggestions for Smash, and I was like, I had to have been like 13, maybe 14, and I wrote up like, wow. I think Sora would be a cool character for Smash. Here's an idea for his moveset, and went through all this stuff. Sora is the only one that's ever made me do anything like that. So, you know what? I'm very pleased with it.
It's funny. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I might even drop Cloud for Sora being my secondary. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I never did it for GameFAQs. I did it on Smash boards once, probably when I was like 14 or so. I don't remember how old I was. But I remember doing something similar to that, but it wasn't for Banjo, it was for Paper Mario. Like, I wanted Paper Mario so bad. And I was like, okay, here's a moveset. I mean, Sakurai, I've made a moveset, just put him in the freaking game. I had everything planned out. Like, I even had like damage percentages to an extent. It wasn't like, back then I didn't know what the heck a tilt was. I thought they was just all the same move. But, you know, I had a general idea. I just wanted Paper Mario because Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is one of my favorite games of all time. And I was like, yeah, just put him in there.
That's awesome.
That's sick, man. I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
If we got the time for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Top 3 reveal trailers for Ultimate. Top 3. Either of you have any top 3? Huh?
I do.
Yeah.
I was gonna let Jason go first.
I'll go. Sephiroth. Can I do top 4?
Actually, I like that better. That was the number I had originally, but I didn't want it to feel like I was wasting you guys' time. Yeah, give me a top 4.
Okay, so Sephiroth, Sora, Min Min, and the girls. Help me out.
Pyramithra.
Yeah, Pyramithra. Yeah.
So, I'm someone who's very big into music composition, and as someone who is going to school for like a degree in filmmaking, finding the perfect music that complements trailers or videos or anything is something that I kind of go out of my way to do a lot of and to recognize in trailers. So that being said, definitely. I think I can't tell if what order I want to put these two in, but the Hero and Sora are definitely in the 3 and 4 slot, just on music alone, because it's just like, oh my god, the music is incredible. It fits so perfectly. I think thinking about it, Sora's probably number 4, Hero is number 3, but it's mostly the part when they introduced all the other heroes, when they played the Adventure from Dragon Quest 3 song.
Yes.
And they're introducing all the heroes amassing to fight against all the, whatever they're called, the World of Dark people. Then, of course, Sephiroth. And it's so funny, because like I've never played Final Fantasy VII, never played a Final Fantasy in my life. But I feel like it's hard for someone my age to not know who Sephiroth is, and it's even harder for someone my age not to know what One Winged Angel is. And that trailer, you see Galeem get cut in half, and it was just like, who did that? And like, it obviously had to be somebody with a sword. Like, that's just the thing. And then you start hearing the first beats of One Winged Angel playing, and I was like, oh my god. Like, and plus I have a soft spot for villain characters too. So I was like, dude, this is about to get nuts. And then of course you see him stab Mario, and it was just like the internet again collectively lost their mind. Like, I freaked out. I was like, what? What just happened?
Looking at these trailers and hearing you talk about them and remembering, this Smash game absolutely broke its own walls and borders so many times with what we thought Smash could be or would be. I feel like it absolutely just shattered it time after time after time, and really impressively. Like, just from the first Smash reveal, the first trailer, like I said, the Everyone Is Here, that was something that a lot of people thought couldn't be done or wouldn't be done. And then the first DLC we see is Joker from Persona 5, and it was so out of left field. I don't think anybody was guessing or thinking that he would be there. And so I was like, wait, these types of characters are possible in Smash? Mm-hmm. Absolutely absurd. Great choices.
And my number 1 is obviously Banjo, just because that character holds a special place in my heart. And it's so funny because I was gonna bring up this Twitter in the slightest, because I don't like bringing up Twitter if I don't have to. But I remember with Phil Spencer, he's the head of Xbox, and people were tweeting at him saying, "Hey, if Nintendo approached you and said, 'Can Banjo be in Smash?' What would you say?" And he was like, "Absolutely." And then it took maybe 3 or 4 months, and then all of a sudden here comes the reveal that Banjo's in Smash. Was he probably already planned? Absolutely. But just hearing that, and then I saw something the other day that made me think, when you talk about Joker, someone has said in Nintendo's tweet or in the video from Joker, it said that Joker stole an invitation to Smash. It was like, he probably stole Waluigi's invitation to Smash. I thought
that's awesome.
It's part of the Phantom Thieves, man. They're stealing the desires of people's hearts.
Right. Ooh. So, Jonathan, what are your top 4 trailers?
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked. All right. So, number 4, Everyone Is Here trailer, giving us the expectation that this Smash game is going to be bonkers and wild. That's my absolute. I know that's not a DLC, but that trailer, it gets it does its job. Number 3 is pretty difficult. I am not necessarily a fan of the series, but Terry Bogart's Invitation, you could tell they care. Like they whoever directed it, I'm sure Sakurai had a hand in it because of his history with this franchise. Terry's trailer was really, really good. I'd say that's probably number 3 or 4. Those two could be interchanged pretty frequently. Number 2 is tough, but I think I agree. For me, number 2 is Hero, actually. Heroes was super, super cool. Another character that I did not even, it wasn't even on my mind, like, oh, this could be a possibility. I wouldn't have expected it. And I absolutely would not have expected for it to be the hero, like having a playable skin as the hero that I like, the one that was from my childhood, you know?
Right.
That one's probably number 2 because it was really good. And number 1, you gotta give it to Sephiroth, man. His reveal trailer, having a bunch of the most iconic scenes in Advent Children being recreated in Smash, it was just another love letter. It was so intentional with everything they did. It's hard not to put that as like probably one of the most hype. Oh, but Sora's was in there too. Sora might take Terry's spot.
I was going to ask you if Kazuya was anywhere on that list.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kazuya is my most hyped character, the character I'm excited for. As far as just trailers go, I thought his was cute, and again, it was like, oh, look, this happens in the games, and it's kind of a meme. This is good. His trailer was okay, but again, character-wise, most excited for him. Yes, he's my dream character. A Mishima is my dream character I didn't think would happen, but he's in there, so he's number 1. But as far as trailers go, Sora takes the spot of Terry. Even though Terry's is incredible, Sora's was also really good, but Sephiroth's is the best, easy.
You know, when I was thinking my list, I was only thinking about the DLC. Now, I'm not going to change my list, but shout out to the Castlevania trailer. Like, that trailer was awesome. And it sucks because, like most things that happen, they get leaked before it happens. And of course, this one actually got leaked by Nintendo. Well, Simon's Inclusion got leaked. The trailer didn't. But no one expected Richter to show up. The trailer was amazing. Luigi died. I don't know what Sakurai's deal is with killing off Mario characters in trailers, but I mean, he got destroyed by Ridley. Luigi got destroyed by the skeleton, whatever the skeleton man. I don't know, death or whatever. And then of course Sephiroth, he got stabbed again, and King K. Rool murdered King Dedede.
It has to be a way to vent off some frustration with the man, you know. That I'm convinced is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much done with Smash Ultimate discussions, at least until a Smash Ultimate Deluxe comes out on the Super Nintendo Switch or whatever it's called. Jason loved that. So I mean, I would love to still be able to have you guys on. We can talk about other Nintendo stuff. We can talk about Nickelodeon All Stars, I guess, if I decide to finally buy that. Yeah, we can talk. Who's going to be the first DLC character for that? I wonder if it's Mr. Krabs.
Ducky Finster, let's go.
Oh my God, yes. But
I already heard it was Garfield and somebody else, Shredder.
Oh, really?
Garfield would be weird because Garfield has a show on Cartoon Network right now. Best of my knowledge. Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna say it, and I might get hate for this. I'm a Garfield hater. I've never liked anything with Garfield in it. I'm gonna say it.
Dumb little cat, especially on Monday.
I love Garfield from the 80s, but I don't know much about what he's doing these days.
Hungry Box, he actually did an interview with the devs behind Nickelodeon All-Stars, and they said that they would, I'm pretty sure it may have just been out of spite, but they said that they would put Goku in the game just because they knew Smash wouldn't do it. It would make more sense for him to be in the game if they ever got the licensing rights for it. That'd be kind of funny. I feel like he belongs more in a Cartoon Network one because for sure. Toonami, right? So Toonami's a part of Cartoon Network.
For sure. I just meant like as far as like celebrations of X. I don't really think of Goku when I think of celebration of video games. But I do think of him as a celebration of Japanese media, anime, cartoons. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm sure we'll be able to have other conversations. Hopefully, we can do them more regularly once our lives start to slow down again. Because I know right now, especially with how things are going, it's at least in the retail world. I'm sure it is in distribution world too. Where we're gearing up for the crazy time of year, so everything's kind of just going at 11 and not stopping. So we'll be able to do something like this in the near future. Do you guys have anything you would like to plug? Anything you're working on, or tournaments, or anything before we close things out?
What you got, Jonathan?
Oh, I don't have anything to plug. I was actually just gonna close by thanking both of you. Like, I really, really appreciate you hosting the tournaments, Jason. I think you providing a scene locally is incredible. Communities are super important, especially times like we have been in. And I am super, super grateful for what you do. It's very, very appreciated. Even if it's not taken advantage of as much as it should be. I'm calling out myself. But it is super appreciated, man. So definitely want to encourage you to keep doing it. I love that you're having success. You deserve all of it, man. And I also want to thank... Absolutely, sir. And I also want to thank you, Meech. I really like that. I really appreciate you being able to create content, dude. I think it's sick that you're so Sigma mindseted on it, dude. You're grinding it out. I love to see it, man. I absolutely love to see it, and I appreciate bringing me on for it too. That's sick.
I'm happy to have both of you guys a part of all this, and Jason, I mean, words can't even begin to describe how thankful I am that you started doing this, because of course I never would have met you guys and met the entire community that hangs out every week and gets together and has a great time with it. Jason, anything to plug? You want to plug tournaments or anything else going on?
I'll plug our weekly. We're at Portland Pizza Pub, right down the street from Meech's house. Every Tuesday at 6:00. Friendlies at 5-ish, and bracket at 6 here in Portland, Tennessee. And I've actually scheduled some stuff in November and December in Goodlettsville and Hendersonville. So be looking for those announcements. If you want to hop on our Discord, you can probably find info about it on BigDadGames.com. And then completely not game related at all. If anybody, literally anybody, wants to check out my podcast, which is not game related whatsoever, it's biographical, and season 1 is about to wrap up. 8 Stories Tall is the name of my podcast, and I've been pushing that out since the first week of August, and I'm really, really, really proud of it. Season 1 is all about my dad, and so I release the 8th and final episode of season 1 next Wednesday, and that's going well. I'm really, really, really proud of it.
Where do you post it on, and how can I find it?
If you go to 8storiestall.com, it's right there, and it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen.
Is it on
Yep.
YouTube?
Say it again.
Is it on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube, unfortunately. No, I haven't done that. But it's also on Anchor. Hey, Meech, tell the truth. I heard you're using Anchor. Did you use Anchor after me or before me? Were you already using it?
I was already using it. I've been using Anchor since Next Gen Newsweek started.
Yeah, I knew that much. I was gonna come in. I was gonna chime in with this fact. Like, actually, he's been using Anchor since the beginning. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I might have only seen a couple episodes, but I know I heard Anchor from you, big guy.
Yeah. Well, then I need to pay more attention because Anchor is the bomb.
They really are. I Anchor. Here's your plug, Anchor.fm and Spotify. But
There you go.
But yeah, like it's so convenient to be able to just upload my podcast one time and it just distributes it to every place that'll accept it. Of course, it doesn't do the video versions, but I put a lot of time and energy into trying to make those video versions the best they can be, and like trying to make graphics for everything and get videos to put on there. So obviously I wouldn't expect Anchor to do all that for me, but as far as just uploading audio and sending it to where it needs to go, I am very appreciative of it. And it blows my mind because like when I can look at the demographics of people, like where they live and how old they are and everything for every episode. And YouTube content is usually people in North America and some people in South America. And then when I look at the people they're listening to the show, they're all in like Egypt and Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan and like Africa and like other parts of Europe. And it's like, wow, this is crazy. Like, it blows my mind that there are people that are able to reach. I'm able to reach in those areas that I would have expected would be listening to my small time gaming talk show, which is it's incredible.
That's so wild.
But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up everything for this final Smash Brothers Ultimate discussion that we're gonna have for at least for the time being. Jason, Jonathan, thank you as always for joining me on this.
Yes, sir.
And, we will try to get together more often and talk about some other stuff.
It's great, man. Just let me know. I will likely be down for it, man.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, that's going to be it. We will see you next time.
All right. Thanks, man.